Alex, when you look at that, you're going to be able to see that there are people up in the upper left corner that are logging in to watch it. It probably says 0 right now.
Yes.
So we are trying another live stream for the Steel Highway YouTube channel, and my 11-year-old Alex is holding the camera as we drive down Highway 3 right alongside the Union Pacific Clinton sub. And we are kind of pacing. We're going a little faster than it. Should we see exactly how fast this train is going?
Maybe.
Maybe. So if I bump it down here to about 40, I'd say he's doing about 46 or 47 miles an hour. Oh, speedy delivery, look at that. He's faster than us. Is anybody actually logged in watching us yet? One? That's exciting. All right, hold it up high enough so you can see the train and center it. So, these are maritime shipping containers. These MSC, that's actually Mediterranean shipping container. And I don't know what the HMM is. Yeah, MSC is Mediterranean shipping containers. You see how it's got the M?
Like halfway across the world.
Yeah, it's between Europe and Africa. Yep. So we're just about up to Mechanicsville here as we're rolling this train by. And you can see the containers some of them are different heights. Some of them are single stacks, some of them are double stacks. So we're doing, I don't know, we're doing 57 here. We're slowly passing this guy. You can just see the elevator in Mechanicsville there in the background. We still got our one person hanging with us. Yeah. These techs and HMM, I don't know what those shipping, but you see if you look at the side there, it actually says Mediterranean Shipping Company, or Mediterranean Shipping Container.
There's nobody watching us now.
There's nobody watching us now? Alright. Well, maybe they'll go back and watch it later. Let's see what else we can find here. So there's some of these that are 2 40-footers. Two shorties. Those aren't 40-footers. Those are like 25-foot with a 50 on top. Dongfang. I suppose that's a Chinese company. Maybe. Anything's possible.
Fish on
it. Kronos. I'll bet you that's Greek. Greek shipping company. Capital. Haven't seen that one before. Florence. Probably an Italian company. Probably. One is Ocean Network Express. But they have these big ONE painted on the side.
It's so bright out.
It is. It's kind of bright out. I'd be curious to know what HMM is. I'm not familiar with that one. So, kind of angle it over to the side there. We're going away from the track here, but we're going to speed right along, and we're going to pick him back up on the other side of this cut, down about, I don't know, a mile or two from here. You can just barely see the train over the tops of the hills, and now there's a bunch of trucks that are going to block it.
Is there a way to pause this?
No, we're not going to pause it. We're just going to keep going with it.
So we're just going to wait for,
Well, what happens is that, see, the tracks go down behind that hill where the highway curves around this way. But then down here a little bit further, before we get to Stanwood, the tracks come back up alongside the highway where it's easier to see. Like right now, you can just barely see those containers over the top of the hill, kind of disappearing as they go down into the next cut.
See that?
Yeah. So just keep it pointed over that direction. When we get over the top of this, maybe it's 2 hills from now, this train is long enough we should be able to see the head end of it way up in front of us.
Okay.
Hopefully. But right now, yeah, especially with the corn not being combined yet, it's just impossible to see it through here over the top.
Why has it not been combined yet? I would have thought that it should have been combined by now.
Well, you can see a little bit of it through that cut right there. It's just up to the farmer when he decides to get out and combine his corn. He might be waiting for it to dry out more since it rained yesterday. 2, nice. All right.
We're gonna have a like now.
We have a like. That's awesome. Somebody likes what we're doing. See? Isn't that why we do this, for the validation? All right.
I know, this is my first time doing this.
It is. You're doing a great job. 3 people. 4. Wow. Awesome. You're doing a great job, Alex. You're going to be future Steel Highway contributions. All right, now look up ahead of us here. We've actually got the head end of the train in sight. He's just ducking into Stanwood ahead of us.
I know, you can't really see it from here, but like...
So get a shot. There's this big double arch bridge right here. Get a shot of that as we go by. This is kind of a spot where when the brush is down, it's a great place to do photography. This double stone arch just west of
Is there a way to zoom in?
Stanwood. Don't do that because it becomes really pixelated when you zoom in.
Okay.
Yeah, so just leave it the way it is for now.
Okay.
So yeah, we're following an eastbound container train that's going across the UP Plains, and we are just coming into the fine little town of Stanwood. And we're gonna have to slow down. This train is gonna get back ahead of us because we figured out before he was doing about 48 or 46, whatever it was.
I think it was 47.
We gotta knock it down to 40 so that we do not draw the ire of the Stanwood or the Cedar County Police. Or the Iowa State Patrol, for that matter.
Oh, the army coming, chasing us because we're going too far over the speed limit.
That's not really the way things work, but nice try. So you can kind of just see it in between the trees.
Oh, no.
Once we get through town, we'll actually have some nice open line of sight once we get back through town on the other side here. We're actually right now going across the spot where the C&W branch line used to go from Stanwood down to Tipton. Used to cross right about where that gravel road is. All right, so
Now we're just waiting. Look at it.
looking up ahead of us here now. Yeah, you see quite a bit of traffic up ahead of us.
Look.
Well, called a DPU, distributed power unit, and it's not necessarily halfway. It's just somewhere in the middle of the train.
Yeah, in the middle of the train. It's halfway.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. They don't count out. Okay, we've got 150 cars. This has to be 75 cars from the head end. That's not the way it's done. It just goes somewhere in the middle of the train. And he's actually picked up some speed now because I'm doing 57 now and he is not. We're not passing him. If I go up to 60, we just barely start crawling ahead of him. But otherwise, just kind of a cloudy morning, following eastbound on the UP Clinton sub. It looks like he's a 1x1. He's got one on the head end and one in the middle, And then eventually we might see if he has a third engine all the way on the rear.
No, he didn't, because when we started this video, I didn't
Oh, that's
see a
right. We
train.
caught up from the
Yeah.
back. That's right. So he doesn't have. He just has one by one.
Wouldn't there be one in the back though? Why not one in the front and one in the back?
It's just not the way they set the train up. They can put DPUs anywhere and control them all from the head end. But in this particular case, it must not be a very heavy train, and they just decided that one in the middle and one in the front is going to be sufficient. So we're getting close to Clarence now, and we're going to have to actually slow down quite a bit through Clarence.
Okay.
Really wish this guy had combined this corn already too, but
Yeah,
what can
look.
we do? Yeah, that's exciting.
Oh, you have a fourth person watching.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Definitely enjoying the show here. I was really hoping we catch a westbound. They'd make a meet here somewhere on the double main. But so far, no luck. Oops. Don't drop the phone.
Yep. Drop the phone there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. So, almost all double stacks on the head end. He had some singles. I guess there is one single over there.
Just the one. Most of it is double.
But there were some doubles or some singles over by the mid DPU also. So we're coming into Clarence. We're going to have to slow down to 25 to go through Clarence, which means we're going to fall behind this guy and probably have to
Quite a bit.
Probably have to try to catch up alongside of him again outside of town. Because I'm doing 59 now, and he is just, we're just barely getting ahead of him. But now we got to start slowing down. Because we obviously wish to be law-abiding citizens, don't we?
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe. Well, Mommy will be very unhappy with us if we come home with a speeding ticket. What a waste of money! Why were you driving so fast?
Well, you might have a reason.
Might have a reason. We gotta catch a train. Isn't that a good reason?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Alright.
You can see it up ahead.
Yeah, well, when we get to the top of this next hill, you'll be able to see him going around the curve here, coming out of Clarence. Alright. Oh, look, they have a video scoreboard with their speed now in Clarence. If they're not happy with how fast you're going, they're telling you about it.
That's inconvenient.
Yeah. So let's keep. Oh yeah, here's the boost that got moved from Illinois over here to Florence. I forget where they said that came from, but they put it on top of, I think, brand new trucks when they brought it in. So yeah, look up ahead of us now. You can see.
I remember being here before.
Yeah, this is the spot where we shot the big boy in 2019. One of the spots. Yeah. Nice. So if you look down ahead of us, you can see basically the whole train.
Yep. And now
Down
we have
ahead of
14 viewers
Nice.
and 4 likes.
All right. So yeah, this is one of these spots where if you want to take a telephoto lens and get a long shot of a train, especially like an afternoon westbound, this is a fantastic location because you've got something like 2 miles of line of sight through here. So I'm doing, let's pace the train again, see how fast he's going. Considerably faster than when we first picked him up.
And then we're going about 60 right now.
Yeah, I think we're pacing him about 59 or 60 miles an hour.
Looks like he's going like 58, 57 maybe.
Maybe. It's really close, right in there somewhere. And he's going downhill, so he's picking up a little bit of speed also.
Going downhill? Oh, I
Just
see that.
slightly. Yep, just slightly. So let's pull up here now that we're close enough. We'll see what the engine number is on this mid DPU. So Alex,
Yeah.
you don't know this, but there are basically two modern companies that make locomotives.
Like Union
one is
Pacific?
no. Actually make locomotives, not operate them. This is Union Pacific Railroad. But where do they buy their locomotives from? One of them is General Electric, or GE. And this is a GE locomotive because you can see it's got an angled fuel tank.
What is the angle fuel tank at? Is it at the head?
On the bottom, in between the wheels. The fuel tank is down there at the bottom.
Okay.
It's the long cylinder that's down there in between the wheels here. And it's got you can actually see it's got a little bit of a sight glass on the side. So yeah, this is this is one of the C45 ACCTEs. The UP8039.
Have you ever seen this train going down the tracks before, Dad? Or is it your first time seeing like this number train?
This 8039?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that engine before, no.
Okay.
But yeah, so the fuel tank is below the frame in between the wheels. And you look at the fuel tank on a GE, it's got that angled side to it. And the other ones are the EMDs, the Electromotive Division of General Motors, and they have a curved side on the fuel tank.
Not just like a bunch of angles on it.
Yeah, you see how there's 3 angles to the side
Yep.
of the fuel tank? That's one of the ways you can tell.
Yeah, it looks more like a curve on the screen. So
It does. You have to look at kind of the shadowing of it. So look, if you look ahead now, you can see where the train is curving in front of us. We're getting close to the Loudon crossovers and then the town of Loudon. So let me just tell you, I'm doing 70 now. This guy is pulling ahead of me. I'm doing 65. I think he's doing 70.
I wonder what the speed limit for a train is.
Well, 70 is the max for these container trains on the UP. Now, it's interesting that they're letting them do 70 because we didn't see there were no trailers on piggybacks or trailers on flat cars anywhere in this train. Oh, hey, look at this. I don't know if you can see it or not, but look at this truck. The set of wheels there, right next to, on the flat car, right next to the engine. Can you see how those wheels are shaking back and forth as they're going down the track?
Can't really see it on the screen, but yeah, I see it.
You can see it. We're just going by the Loudon crossovers now. That's actually called truck hunting. When the wheels go back and forth, they hit the inside of the flange of the rail, and they bounce back and forth like that.
Is it a problem?
It can be. If it does it too much, it definitely can be.
When you were riding, when you worked on the railroad, did that ever happen to you?
We were doing 50 in an SD40, which is an old locomotive, and it started truck hunting at 50, going up into St. Paul on the Canadian Pacific. And it's scary when it starts happening. So yeah, a little bit of truck hunting there on that DTTX flat.
They better start slowing down.
Well, we gotta slow down. We're doing 70, and that guy was just pacing us at 70. So we're slowing down. We're getting into Loudon now, and we're gonna have to.
50.
Yeah, we gotta knock it out.
Oh.
So Craig, we'll call Craig back in a little bit. But hold the phone up a little higher there, bud. Yeah, you see it through the trees.
And the buildings, kinda.
We're going through the town of Loudon right now. And we're doing 55, and this guy is cruising by us. So he's gonna pass us unless he comes up on a slow order here pretty soon, because I'm not gonna keep pacing him at 70.
Well, let's hope he doesn't get derailed from his car that was like doing the thing.
Yeah, the truck hunting. So there's a siding here at Loudon. There's a siding where they park coal trains sometimes, or maintenance away equipment, but the siding is empty today, which is good because it allows us a clear view of the train as we're going by here.
Okay.
Are you holding that thing up high enough that the train can actually be seen?
Yes, it's pretty clear.
All right, good
If you're
deal.
watching this video, you would be able to see the train really clear.
Yeah. So we're doing 64. This guy is pulling by us slowly. There's that Dongfang container again.
Yeah. Probably like a Chinese or Japanese car. We're still not sure.
Well, there's a lot of manufacturing that goes on in China and it's shipped over here to the U.S., so it's probably a Chinese container.
But there's still a chance that could be Japanese.
Maybe.
Then again, I don't speak Japanese. I don't know all the companies there.
Right.
We're Chinese.
So, all right, look up ahead of us. You can see the elevation in this curve a little bit. See how the cars are actually leaning to the left a little bit? That's called super elevation in a curve, and it actually allows the train to go around the curve faster because it counters the centrifugal force by leaning the cars away from the curve.
Just to say, I have no idea what you just said, but I'm not going to question it.
Well, you're in 6th grade. You haven't really gotten into things like physics yet.
No, I don't think I will for like a year or two, maybe.
Yeah. But when you start to learn about centrifugal, or depending on your pronunciation, centrifugal force.
Centrifugal.
Yes.
I might call it that at some point.
Yes. Tell your high school science teacher that you want to learn about centrifugal force. Or centrifugal force, but that's what that's supposed to counter, is by leaning the cars to the inside of the curve. It allows you to go around the curve faster.
Yeah. If it was leaning to the outside of the curve, then
That'd be more
derailed.
likely they'd tip over, right? Because when you go around a curve, you know how like when you go on a like really fast spinny cup type of ride at the fair, and it pushes you towards the outside of the cup.
Yeah.
Or when you go on the spinning what I want to say, like the swings that spin on some amusement park rides, and as they spin faster, the swings go further out.
Yeah.
That's the actual centrifugal force, where it's trying to push you toward the outside of the circle.
Yep.
As you're going around and around faster. So by tipping the car slightly to the inside of the curve, it's fighting against that centrifugal force. Oh, be careful. We are now getting to Wheatland. This is another place where the big boy stopped in 2019. Didn't get any photos here.
How long has it been since the Big Boy's been released?
Well, 2019. What is this year?
2022.
That's right.
When will it be released again?
It's going to run next year somewhere.
2023?
This guy, hey, he's slowing down quite a bit now.
Yeah. I wonder if he's going to be stopping here.
Well, there's a set of crossovers up here at Calamus, between Wheatland and Calamus. He may be slowing down to cross over, because technically he's on main 2, which is running on the wrong main. He may be crossing back over to get on main 1, which means that he may be making a meet. We may get to see more than one train.
Okay.
So this is another really neat spot where the highway goes on top of a curve, and it actually makes for a really neat photo location if you're brave enough to climb the embankment on the side of the highway.
Of course anyone would do that.
Of course. So as we go around here, look over to the right. Look to the right and show them, you see this curve that's going away from us on the right. So if you get a train approaching the highway from the right, no, look over this way. Look over this way. There you go. Show them there's the curve, and you can see the elevation in that curve too.
Yep, and this is probably the last time we're going to be seeing the train for like
just for a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to do this too, Nick? Yeah. You can do it on the way home, all right? Alex?
Yeah.
All you're showing them is the side of the van there. Look out the side. Look out through the window.
Yep. It's the minute of nature time.
It is. We're
Just
kind
watching the nature until the train comes back.
Yeah. And it kind of, it's very prone to flooding. This is the actual Wapsipinicon River. You can look back there and you can just kind of see the bridge.
Yep, the train. It's going very slow.
I don't know if he's stopping for the crossovers or if he's actually just crossing over.
Maybe.
But we'll be able to see his head end. Hey, there's a message on there. See what message Craig sent us. Oh. All right. Close that up. Yep.
Do I just do it?
Yep, just like that. Yep, that's fine. So you look through the trees over here. Again, this is part of the Wapsi River bottoms. It's really tough to see the train through here. We're going to lose it. We might even be completely ahead of him now.
Okay, so... And this is about a half hour into it.
Yeah. This is another channel of the Wapsipinicon River we just went over. So we're going to see if there's another train on the other side of these crossovers.
There's a really bad glare here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, face it away from the sun.
Okay. Let's just look at the road.
All right. So right over there, that's where the Kalmus crossovers are. And we're coming up to the town of Kalmus. But I do not see another train at this time. Trying to reduce the glare.
Trying to?
Yeah, good work. Good plan.
Now my fingers are burning.
Your fingers are burning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 27 degrees outside.
Oh, I see. It is pretty cold. It was 70-some degrees here yesterday, and now we're back down to.
Yep.
We're back down to 27 degrees today.
Yep.
50-degree difference from one day to the next.
Well, would you imagine that there was a thin layer of ice on our porch?
Oh yeah, there definitely was. Yes, Nick. We're gonna be at Grandma's house in about 25 minutes.
Yep, not long.
All right, so we're coming into the town of Kalmus, and we're slowing down for this.
Yeah.
Daddy, on the bed.
And it's about a half hour now.
Yeah?
Just now.
Just about. Well, if we don't see anything here on the other side of Kalmus, we're gonna have to turn south here at DeWitt.
Might even have to stop the video soon, maybe.
Well, when we turn south at DeWitt, that's when we'll stop the video, because we'll go over the UP one last time. Pay attention to what you're filming there. We're gonna go over the UP one last time outside of DeWitt, and then that'll be the end of it.
Okay.
And we're about, I don't know, we're at Kalmus, we're about 10, 12 miles from DeWitt now, so we're getting pretty close to the end no matter what. Now, sometimes the UP does park trains between Kalmus and Grand Mound.
I can't believe that there's actually ice melting in 27-degree weather.
Well, that's because the sun is heating up the windshield. So the air temperature is 27, but the sun is making the glass hotter than that, which is causing it to melt.
The glass is still cold.
Well, sure, it's still cold to the touch, but it can be warmer than 32 degrees. So I do not see. I was kind of expecting to see a train parked over here on this side of Kalamazoo. Nothing so far. And then the next town is Grand Mound. And then after that, the tracks go up on kind of a high fill and then disappear behind a hill.
Yeah.
So let's see. Right there's the intermediates, and that's where the crossing is, where when the UP parks trains here between Kalamazoo and Grand Mound, that's generally where you see them pulled up to, is that crossing, where this truck is turning right in front of us.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't know before this video started.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do, educate people.
Well, this is about the trade. It's not about educating people.
It's both. We want to help people understand what they're seeing when we see trains go by. Oh, you know what? Look at that. I think there's a high rail truck on the tracks up there. If you look over there, we're going to go by it here in a little bit. I think there's definitely a high rail truck, maybe a signal maintainer or a track inspector. That's what that train stopped for. You're gonna, when you look across the field here by where this next set of intermediate signals is.
It's hard to look past with the camera.
It is. But you're gonna see it. There's definitely a high rail truck down there.
The truck that like rides on the railroad.
That's right. It's got tires. It's got rubber tires and steel wheels. That's right. So that's why the eastbound is stopped, but we still haven't seen a westbound. And we're running out of...
What is the difference between eastbound and westbound?
Well, what direction are we going?
I don't know.
What's the compass say?
Oh, you just I didn't know that there was a compass there.
Yeah. So the train was moving the same direction as us, so we would be considered eastbound. The train was considered eastbound.
Okay.
If we were going the opposite direction, that would be westbound. So if we saw a train coming toward us, that would also be going westbound.
Well, we've only seen one train so far.
Yep, one train, one eastbound. We're coming up to Grand Mound right now.
Well, and that's probably going to be the end of the video.
Yeah, not too far past Grand Mound. You're going to see that the tracks are too far away from the highway. It doesn't come back, so we'll just shut it off when we get that far. But we know why the train stopped that was on Main 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the message say? We have messages. Oops. Well, hit the message button and see what it says. All. Live chat. There, what's it say?
Something that said bye for now.
Bye
Yes,
for now?
leaving.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You ever left, I guess?
So you're going to see the Grand Mound Water Tower here in a little bit. We're not going to drive into town, but the Grand Mound
Yeah. So we're just on the edge.
webcam, if you were to turn right by this gas station that's coming up, you'd go directly into town by the Grand Mound.
Aren't these one of the ones that you brought up?
It wasn't Grand Mound. I took you to your grandparents while I installed a Grand Mound.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. You guys went with me to Grinnell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Mandarin and Grinnell on out there in front of us.
Yes. We're turning a little bit.
Daddy, can we get a snack?
We're gonna eat when we get to Grandma's house. I'm sure she'll have a snack for you. Yep. Well, here's our last little stretch of
track, and if there's no train, it's goodbye to you all.
so we're gonna
Doesn't
see.
look like there's anyone here.
We've got signals down here too we can look at and see if we got any lights on the signals.
Yep, the signals are right up there. Hey, Dad, you might have to slow down a little bit. Just saying.
What, to see the signals?
Yes. Oh, of course you're doing the opposite. You're speeding up, not slowing down.
No, I can tell they're dark. Looks like they're dark on both mains. So nothing particularly close by.
So, I guess
right.
it's time to say goodbye.
Time to sign off. So tell everyone goodbye, Alex.
Bye.
All right. Bye, guys. All right, shut her down. Yep.